Hey guys, Ran here. I know that I promised a monitor video, but as you can see, the silver sleeves are out, and that only means one thing. It's time for another edition of Deck of the Week, starring Dark Simorgh. This time, I have two! Yes, this one's in kind of crappy condition, you can't really tell, but would like to get a better one, but for now, I have two. That's the important part. Yay. Anyways, if you guys didn't catch the last video, his effect of awesomeness is basically, as long as he's out, you can't set anything. No spells, no traps, no monsters, just full monster attack and you can play spells face up. That's it. And he's extremely easy to summon. You can normal him, you can special him from your hand, you can special him from the grave. It's just a very, very beautiful card. Alright, moving on. This is a quick draw build. So of course I use 3 quick draw synchrons. You guys usually remember, you can discard a card to summon him, special summon him, and he can only be used to summon monsters that use synchrons, which is not a bad idea right now, so yay for them. Right, so it's a synchron deck. It's also a Skull Servant deck. Basically, right, go over these real quick. 3 kings, 3 ladies, and 2 servants. Alright, card by card. King, for every Skull Servant they have in the grave, which includes kings and ladies in white, he gains 1,000 attack. And then if he gets attacked and destroyed, you just remove 1 Skull Servant from your grave to keep him alive. So basically, he could in this deck be up to about 7,000, which is pretty good for a level 1 monster. And yeah, it just keeps on getting a little weaker every time. So, 3 of these guys, 3 whites. Her effect is, as long as she's on the field, level 3 or lower zombies, i.e. her and these 2, cannot be touched by spell and traps, and they could also not be destroyed by battle, except her. So, as long as she's out, he is basically invincible. Strategy I have with these is basically just discard them for quick draws effect. So, like, say turn 1, I've got this, this, and this in my hand. I would discard this, special him, normal, sink these for junk destroyer to destroy the card, and then I have these 2 to move in my grave for Mr. Simorgh. So, general gist of that strategy right there. Alright, let's move on to some other stuff. Some other stuff that's not exactly Skull Servants. Alright, so Sangan's in here. Obviously, he's a great searcher for this deck. He hits all the Skull Servants. He hit, except for King, he hits a bunch of other stuff I'm about to show you. It's a really good searcher in this deck. Oh yeah, quick draws, obviously. Alright, he gets Snipey. Snipey, once again, discard monsters in here. The cool thing about Snipe Hunter is that his effect is a dice roll, which means that you cannot negate it because it's chance. So, it gets around stuff like Stardust, it gets around Solemn, it gets around everything. It's really useful. Even if you fail, you might be discarding something to fuel the king or something to fuel your Dark Simorgh, so it's never that bad to hit him. Got the troop. Discard cards in the grave. Nice beater, and when he dies, I draw 1. Got the flyers in here. It's a level 3 tuner. It basically comes out once per turn. I can select 1 monster on the field, increase its level by 1, which makes him a very good tuner that I could just get +1s out of anything I had. Tricky's in here. It's a nice thing to summon and discard the monster. Alacor. If you guys remember from the last time, his effect is basically that you can special summon him and he negates the effect of 1 card in the field once per turn. So it's pretty good to stun whatever they have out and then go for your big rush. Right. Just like the last Simorgh deck, I use marks in here. I use 2 Razas to spin, a little more point, and 1 Kais to remove. I think the spin's a little bit more than here the removal is, and that and the fact that it's a little lacking on wins, so he's a much better option. And finally, rounding up the monsters is Fortune Lady Wind, who should give you a hint that I'm also going to do a Fortune Lady build pretty soon. Her effect is basically, when she's summoned, she destroys the number of spell traps equal to the number of Fortune Ladies you control. I only run 1 Fortune Lady, so it's only 1, but that's like instant breaker and gets around bottomless, gets around trap hole, because she comes out with 900. Just makes her a pretty good card. Right, let's move on to spell the traps. First got speed. Speed. Force Burial, you bury one card. Obviously you'd hit a Skull Servant or you get a Dark Simorgh ready if you had something in your hand. Pretty basic. Got Veil of Darkness. When you draw during your standby phase, draw phase, my bad. If you draw a Dark Monster, you can discard it, draw another card. Obviously discarding Skull Servants make it bigger. Or once again, drop Dark Simorgh and have it ready to summon in your hand. Card Destruction is obvious draw power by now. Just great resource to ditch your hand and draw a new one. It's a great combo with Giant Trinade because you could be like, Trinade, bring all your stuff back to your hand, then I'll waste it and you just lost all your resources. So that's a great OTK combo. And of course, Gold Sark, because everybody loves removing everything from play to search for any card in the deck. Right, we got Burial for Different Dimension. Pretty plain and simple. Returns 3 cards back to grid that have been removed. Which is great for stuff like Dark Simorgh and King of Skull Servants that makes you remove cards from play. Reborn, everyone loves Reborn. Set. Got my Body as Protection. Pay 15, negates stuff from being destroyed, pretty good. Of course, 2 Econs, knowing me. Great versatile card, stops attacks, steals your monsters for synchro. Just a great versatile card. And of course, staples. Dark Hole, destroy everything. Trinade sets up OTKs. And MST pops the spell card real quick. And traps, call, pretty standard. If you have room for it, run it. Got Torrential in here, just in case that I'm in a bad situation. Or say I just have a Skull Servant out and I want to set up the king or whatever. Shaboom, splash, field explodes, reset, get ready for your king, get ready for your Dark Simorgh. Lots of fun times. 2 rares, great ATK stoppers. 7 tools, which I am now claiming to be the poor man's Solemn Judgment. Poor man's Dark Ride, basically. Pay 1,000 life to get a trap. Yay. And it's easy to get, so really good card. Right, we got Anti-Spell, which is like Dark Simorgh's Match Made in Heaven. Basically, with this out, you have to set spells a turn before you can use them. And with Simorgh's effect, that basically means no setting spells, so your opponent basically is limited to summoning monsters. Can't set any cards. No defense. And finally, like my last video, Ceasefire is good this format. Just because like you can wait till your opponent wastes all their stuff and then like Ceasefire, deal you 2,000 per game. Alright, move on to the sinks real quick. Start off with 3 Junk Destroyers. Because once again, this does abuse the quick draw synchrons. Him plus a medium weight makes this real quick. Comes out, destroys 1 card in the field. Possibly more if you use more to sync for him, but you're probably just going to be drawing into 1 with this. So not bad. 1, 2 Stardust, because everyone loves Stardust Dragon. I'm only using 1 black resin here. I could opt for 2, but I just want to make room for the beater I'm about to show you. Plus with the Torrential mating and ability of Dark Simorgh, it's just better on 1, I think. Okay, let's 1 Scrap Archfiend. It's a nice generic monster you get with anything, and 2700 attack is nothing to laugh at. 1, 2 Junk Hunters. You guys remember these from my Junk Week, Junk Month. Basically, he's a Chaos Sorcerer-like effect. Remove their monster, attack for game. Basically, the gist of them. Brio and Goyle, no need to scrap them anymore. Got 2 Gurren Lagann Warriors. This is a great card in this format. Get them out easily with Quick Draw and Skull Servant or something. Basically, you could either attack direct, you could remove him by discarding a monster, once again get rid of a Skull Servant, get rid of Dark Simorgh, and then when he comes back, add that monster back to your hand. So, great hand management. It's a great card. And round things up with level 5s, got Catastor and Magic Landlord to gain some life. So that is what I'm going to call my Quick Draw Simorgh deck. Quick Draw Skull Servant now. It's a Quick Draw deck and use a Dark Simorgh, which makes it awesome. Yeah, give me suggestions and stuff, I don't know. I will post that video eventually. I'm just, yeah, I I don't really need anything anymore. I got these guys now. Well, whatever. This is Rayon as always. Hopefully you will see some sort of trade binder video eventually. Or more deck videos. I know I promised you Infernities. I'm thinking of building Volcanics. Thinking of putting Blackwings back together. I just got some stuff to do. So, yeah. Until later, it's the guy with the no creep I'm at. And I now have Dark Simorgh, which makes me so happy. Bye, YouTube.